Is it really easy to clear the UPSC examination by writing in mother tongue? Can't we prepare for the examination in our own mother tongue? Is it really risky for us? Can't we prepare well in English? Can't really prepare for the UPSC examination in English language? Sometimes we are finding it comfortable, and why should we go for mother tongue? So is there any real undisclosed risky post here? These are the points usually we are getting from our students. Also, should we write UPSC examination in English only or any other language? If we are making some conclusion, why to do make these conclusion? These are the fifth point we are going to see. Hello friends, I am Karthikeyan from Inkar IAS Academy. Today we are going to talk about language for IAS preparation and language to write IAS examination. So this topic itself tell you what is mainly required. I mean which language is mainly required for the preparation and for the written. Some of you may have different opinions regarding the language. Some of you now may think about the particular languages will be definitely help to score more marks in the UPSC examination. In reality, that is not true, and there are certain ways to score more marks in the examination. So we can find it as a part of strategy. Let's see what are all the main strategy points to be discussed today. Some of my students repeatedly asking me, sir, can't we prepare for the examination in our own mother tongue? Is it really risky for us? And is it really easy to clear the UPSC examination by writing in mother tongue? And some more aspirants asked, can't we prepare well in English? Some others from our academy asking, can't really prepare for the UPSC examination in English language? Sometimes we are finding it comfortable, and why should we go for mother tongue? So is there any real undisclosed risky post here? These are the points usually we are getting from our students. Also, should we write UPSC examination in English only or any other language? If we are making some conclusion, why to do make these conclusion? These are the fifth point we are going to see. The first pointer is IAS preparation easy? I am assuming one aspirant who is going to prepare for IAS examination. In this case, I am considering two cases. One is pros and another one is cons. While he is preparing for UPSC examination, he will be coming under some advantages, some disadvantages, or some pros and some cons. So let's see what are all. For the pros, a person who is actually preparing for the UPSC examination will be very knowledgeable, and his allied knowledge will guide others to develop their career along with the aspirant's career. Next one, there will be an exposure to the world through the books. The realities of the world can be understood by the aspirant. And while you came for a civil service preparation, you will definitely have the time management, or you will be improved time management, let's say. While you are presenting some answer, or while you are understanding something and providing in a short precise manner, then you can do it because you have a lot of knowledge and you acquired the knowledge from various sources, and you are summarizing from that concept. It can be done by IAS aspirant, and IAS aspirants will usually have detailed understanding about all the topics. There can be some clarity, there can be some related topics easily they can explain. If you ask an IAS aspirant, he or she can explain very precisely about the answer or detailed manner. They can answer easily. And the presentation, so the main part of the UPSC preparation or UPSC exam is really the presentation one. So how to present your answer? So there are a lot of answers you would have in your mind, and how you are going to present neatly as expected by the UPSC. And UPSC aspirants usually knows the places where he is sitting and where we are asking some questions about some places in the world. So they can easily, maybe in the climate aspect, maybe in the soil, maybe in the economic aspect, maybe society, social aspect, or whatever the cases, if you're asked to an IAS aspirant, he can easily tell you about the places. And also, IAS aspirants usually have the hardworking capability, because there are vast syllabus, and everything has to be completed within the 11 months of the tenure in their examination process. So yeah, they will have the hard work to achieve all the things. And for the same IAS aspirants, there are certain cons. What is that? If an IAS aspirants planning to prepare, let's say, or if a person planning to prepare for the examination, he has to spend a lot of time, and he will have a lot of instability in mind, because this is not going to happen within a day. I mean, the examination will not happen within a day, so it will take a lot of time. And also, UPSC is testing your patient while the examination process, so this will definitely make sometimes instability. So it's ups and downs, it will be there in your preparation cycle. And there can be some failures. For example, one attempt you might be missing, and another attempt, again, in the main seat there can be one more miss, or interview also there can be one more miss, until the process end, as your name enlisted in the final list, the process will be going on. So this is also one more cons. And in the duration for the preparation, sometimes majorly many of them not working and preparing parallelly. Very few are actually doing, the remaining persons are actually consuming the GDP. It is maybe a controversial points, but in reality they are actually consuming the GDP, or dependency. Actually, for financial dependency they will usually have. Or in social case, let's say, there will be comparison. For example, a person after the degree, maybe from IIT or from anywhere, plan to prepare for UPSC examination, then they may sit for a year, or more than a year, and they are zero earned until they are into God service. But in the other case, there were some persons studied with you, and they may be placed with a good salary in reputed organization. So obviously there will be a comparison between you and the earning person. Maybe he is a colleague in your college, or maybe your friends, let's say. So this will definitely demotivating your forward preparation. And not only the financial dependency, there will be a lot of other dependencies also as well. In some families, the family is depending of money from the aspirant, so the aspirant has to work now. In this case, he will face a lot of challenges in his study or in his preparation. And the most one, the relentless work. Every aspirant has to put relentless work to achieve the final destination of what they expected. But usually there will be hinderings in the relentless work. So this is also one more cons. Now we can go to our aspirants questions. So the first question: will really help to prepare for UPSC in mother tongue. I'm not going to judge whether it's the hard coded right or a hard coded wrong, but I'm going to tell you the advantages and disadvantages. Based on that, you can be a better judge for your life. Okay, so I'm going to tell you now the advantages. If you really chose the preparation language as your mother tongue, other than Hindi, let's say, because Hindi and English, there are a lot of materials and abundance of materials available. So I'm not talking about both these two languages. I'm I'm actually talking about the scheduled languages other than Hindi. So in the advantages part, there will be a clear understanding in your preparation, and it's very easy for you to prepare, right? Also, you can understand very deeply and clearly, then you can easily correlate with the different points or similar points wherever it's required. Also, you already clearly understood and you can able to correlate anything from what you understood, so you can easily write or explain in precise manner because already you are clear about it. If required, you can do the same in detailed manner. So in the detailed manner also you can able to now explain because you are clear. Okay, if only the advantages, then we can choose this, right? Also we have to consider there are certain disadvantages here. What are those? Any idea from anybody? Okay, let me clear these points. So if you are choosing your mother tongue, maybe some of you have the mother tongue as as the scheduled language in India. Some of them may have mother tongue, but it's not enlisted under the scheduled language. Okay, so in this case they cannot write with their mother tongue, but the relative to that mother tongue they can able to write. So there can be some medium of instruction where they are hailing from some states, right? So with that language they can able to write. So here some bottlenecks are there. What are the bottlenecks? So material availability is the first bottleneck. So whatever the subjects or topics provided in your syllabus of UPSC mains and the prelims examination, finding the material would be the first challenge. And the medium of writing and preparing would be vary. There can be question from you, right? How sir, I'm going to prepare with the same language and also I'm going to write with the same language. Even though you have to prepare in English for the preliminary examination, right? Preliminary examination will be coming with two languages. One is Hindi and another one is English. So whichever is comfortable, you have to choose. So in this case, you have to prepare for English as well, or you have to write in English also, because you have to understand the questions and you have to choose the right answer in preliminary examination. This will be sometimes bottlenecks for the aspirants. And also now for the mains purpose, I'm for example I'm studying in some regional language, one of 22 scheduled languages are there, right? So from that I'm picking one language, and from that I'm preparing well, and I'm going to write the examination, and maybe the score I may get something, it may be related to the expected or not. In this case there should be a verification process to be done, whether the materials whatever you are preparing is the valid one or sufficient one for clearing the UPSC examination. These are the question marks here. The fourth one, as I said, the language of prelims and mains are completely different. So writing in prelims would be different language, and maybe writing in mains may be different language if you are choosing for the mother tongue itself as a writing language. Some persons would understand in mother tongue and write in English. So for the next question we can go. Is it easy to write the UPSC exam in mother tongue? This is the another major question asked, right? So there are advantages, let's say these are the advantages. So if you are going to write for the UPSC examination through your mother tongue, let's say mains examination, how would it be? Yeah, there will be a clarity in your answer. You can able to precisely provide your answers, and comparative, maybe the correlation part is very easy for you, and in detail answers like essays and some other topics also in the mains you can able to write easily. Also the bullet points, like the precise writing, right? The bullet points of particular topics you can able to provide easily because you prepared in your own mother tongue, and you are going to present your answer in your own mother tongue, so there will be no issues to write in a comparative way or precise way or detailed way. It's all easy for you. There are certain challenges also present in the mother tongue as well. So here, if you are choosing for mother tongue, you will think that you will be writing all exam in mother tongue, but there is a preliminary examination, you can't write or you can't read and understand in your mother tongue. It would be English or Hindi, right? And some cases, your language, your mother tongue may not be a scheduled language. This would be another challenge. So even in the scheduled language, getting material would be very difficult here. So in this case, not scheduled language, right, you are hailing from, then it would be difficult, right, for your preparation. So you have to first understand the questions, and you have to translate the topics. This point is mainly applicable for overall preparing for UPSC examination through their mother tongue, and presenting their answers through English language or Hindi language. For them, this point will be applicable. Understanding questions in translation, right? They have to they have to translate in their mind. It would be not so easy, right? So there should be a lot of practices required. So if you practice enough, these disadvantages will be advantage for you. And we can go for the next question. Can't we prepare for UPSC examination in English language? Yeah, the advantage part we can see. So if you choose English as your medium of language, then advantage is abundance of materials. So abundance of materials will be available here, so you can easily refer, you can find the right material and you can stick with that to prepare for your examination. And another advantage, one language is enough for entire examination process, other than the language paper, regional language paper, for your mains, right? The remaining all papers you can able to write in English itself, and including interview you can able to present your answer through English language. So this is another advantage. There are certain disadvantages. If a person studied their schoolings and colleges maybe in the regional language, and his board examination, right, those also, there are some persons maybe not under English medium, maybe the regional language, the medium of education. In this case, it would be very challenging one for getting clarity of certain topics in English, right? And if there is no clarity, you can't write precisely, because you are supposed to memorize. It would be the case, right? You can't clearly tell that, yeah, I can able to clearly understand and precisely I can able to convert. For that, you have to spend your extra effort to understand those things or those aspects, and the comparative will be difficult. Explain in detail. For example, you might have maybe gone through certain materials, and you are going to retransmit in the examination as per the directive words and the keywords provided in mains questions or essay questions. You have to supposed to write in very detailed, right? So in this case, you couldn't sometimes reproduce the answer as expected. And we can't expect all the medium all the region, all the persons who are all from the regional language medium, right? So they are skillful in English. For that, they have to spend extra effort to get clarity in English. Along with the preparation, they have to now prepare well in English as well. And finally, it will sometimes make certain concepts to memorize, and this will lead to multiple failures in prelims itself, because in preliminary examination there will be no direct questions, right? It will be usually comparative one from various topics. So I think you got clarity, right, about the English language, if you are choosing as a preparing language or preparation language. So the next question we can see, should we write the UPSC exam in English language? Yes, for the advantageous cases, yes, there are available materials or abundance of materials. There are a lot of materials available in this language, so it is very easy. And here also one language is there to support all the papers, all the levels of your examination, except in the mains there will be a regional language, right? It's even eligibility paper, not the paper for the cutoff. And there will be another point. Certain persons will usually think and do the preparation in the regional language and present their answer in English. So this is also good here, because they are having maybe adequate understanding of English. Let's say they are able to write in a simple sentence to explain certain points or certain concepts. That should be sufficient here, and they can able to present their answers in English, but they are having abundance of understanding through their mother tongue, so definitely it will help. So if this is the case, is there any disadvantage? Yeah, there are some disadvantages. So same, English clarity should be you have to get right. And if there is no clarity, precise writing can't be done, comparative answers can't be provided, and you can't explain in detail in essays and mains papers. So you have to spend the extra time, money to acquire, right? And here in the writing, the memory is topics, right? You can't directly write, because it will be no questions asked directly. So why to do this? So if this is the case, why to do this? If you do this exercise, or this maybe eliminating your positives and negatives, finally you can able to select one pair. Let's say preparing in English and preparing, or maybe writing in English, or preparing in mother tongue, writing in mother tongue, or preparing in English, writing in mother tongue would be very difficult, or preparing in mother tongue and writing in English. So these are the combinations available. So with these combinations, you can able to choose one combination for your preparation and writing medium, and you can able to clear the examination easily. So why to do this? So for the, why to do these things? To clear the examination in lesser time and lesser money, and smart work, not a hard work, right? So in these things you have to understand, need to clear about all these above questions, and you have to make justification for all the points. Then there will be positives and negatives. Wherever you are finding the positives are very favorable for you, and negatives which are sometimes time making for you to achieve those things, then you can reconsider the other pairs. Otherwise you can go with one pair. And you have to understand the pattern of the examination, because preliminary exam English and Hindi only is the medium of language. Mains, right? The questions will be in 22 scheduled language. Don't forget, you have to choose which language, which scheduled language you want to be the questions, right? So you have to select in the application itself while you are applying for preliminary examination. So after that you can't change the language. For example, I need some language, let's say Kannada or Telugu or Tamil or Bengali, but I didn't selected this language. Instead of that I selected English. Yeah, my question will be in English only during the maybe during the application of a preliminary. After that I can't change it. And interview, if you return your mains in your regional language or maybe mother tongue, the interview will be also facilitated with your mother tongue. Otherwise it would be English or Hindi, right? I just summarize the four pairs, right? What are the four pairs? Preparation and writing. Here mother tongue, writing also in mother tongue. Preparation in English, writing also in English. Preparation in mother tongue, writing in English. Preparation in English, writing in mother tongue. So these are the combinations usually we have. So here the combination we are not usually like preparing in English, writing in mother tongue. Usually we will not like, because preparation itself a big matter here. So if that is very easy for us, then we can go with the prepared language itself. No need to go with the mother tongue, right? So this is also good option, this is also good option, this is very good option. Why it's very good option? If you wanna prepare in English, yeah, you will be preparing in English, right? And you will be able to write whatever the knowledge you have, you can able to write in a simple sentence. That's fine. In this case, you can go with here because you will get clarity about the concept. So it will make you to precise writing or in detail writing, right? So it will help for both. In this case, there can be lack of understanding, there can be lack of materials, lot of points will be there. Here also sometimes lack of materials will be there, but you can able to sometimes understand, and you can wherever it's available, you can able to get the materials. Here also on the writing, right? And the writing in mother tongue would be difficult because you can't you already chosen as a mother tongue as your preparation language. So and writing also you prepared as a mother tongue, right? But in the preliminary examination, you can't write. So then which is the best option here? Yeah, preparing in mother tongue, write in English language. Any questions from these?